the holiday season, law enforcement agencies are focusing extra resources on protecting motorists against drunk drivers. Joining us now this morning, attorney James Whalen, who specializes in DWI matters. He's with Burleson, Pate, and Gibson. Good morning. Nice to have you here.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Let's talk for a moment about the chances and the damages one can do to one's case if you're stopped and you refuse a breathalyzer.
Well, the first thing with regards to breathalyzer tests is if you refuse to take one, your license can be suspended for up to 180 days. But on the same token, if you take one and fail it, then your license will be suspended for 90 days. I feel that the better course is, and based on my experience with the test, is to decline to take the breath test.
So you say to decline the breath test, but you are taking some risk, as you just pointed out.
Yeah, you are taking some risk with regards to the driver's license suspension, but I feel in my experience in handling these types of cases, it's better to not take the test. And also, fundamentally, you are under arrest at that time, and I feel even though the courts haven't recognized the Fifth Amendment right to provide evidence against yourself, you're doing that by taking the breath test, and I advise my clients not to.
But how does that play to a jury if it goes to trial or to a judge?
Well, I think juries understand that by declining the breath test, that a lot of them understand they wouldn't do it either, because for most people, they've never been arrested before, they don't know what to do, and rather than take a test they don't know anything about, they decide not to.
Sometimes police departments shoot videotapes, and often they make a person look very bad. They're often compromised. Is that worth taking to court?
Well, it is. I mean, depending on how you look on the tape, and if you can explain how the tape looks and what's going on in the tape, you certainly can be successful in court, regardless of the videotape, if you can have some reasonable explanations for what the jury does see on the tape. But the videotape is crucial in these types of cases. But just because the videotape may not be perfect doesn't mean you cannot take these to a jury or a judge.
All right, of course, the best advice, of course, is not to drink and drive during this holiday season. James Whalen, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Mm-hmm.